What's up guys, my name is Jordan Fino. I run a brand called Lead the Followers and I'm a diehard tattoo collector. I've been getting tattooed for about 8 years, collected work from about 30 different artists, and I have about 500 hours worth of work done on my body. Today I'm going to give you guys a little tour of my lower body. I hope you enjoy. So this section of my body was done by one of the greatest tattooers of all time, Nico Hurtado. Done over 4 sessions. All of it is pretty much custom. He took this reference photo, I think in New York, and he altered all this imagery so that it would be one of a kind. I study it all the time. I just love how he used so much black, so much open skin. It's just built to last. You know, it's one of those tattoos that you can see from across the room and tell what it is. Definitely one of my favorite sections of my body. You know, we had some really good conversations when it was done, and it was just fun working with him, you know, and it's an honor to collect from someone with so much legacy as Nico. I collected the elephant on the side of my calf from Boris, who's from Austria. Growing up, my folks always called me Elefante because I had a really sharp memory. So it's a tattoo that, you know, kind of represents one of my favorite animals. Super fascinating to me, the intelligence of that animal. I collected the T-Rex skull on my left foot from Luke Palin, who's from Las Vegas. He drew it on me with just red and black Sharpie, freehanded it. He looked up some references on Google and kind of got some inspiration. But he freehanded it all. Just fits the body like a glove. I collected the Railroad Hoodie Man on my side of my knee from Kyle Cotterman a couple years back. It's just open to interpretation. It means different things to different people. He found the reference, just a surrealism reference online from a digital artist, and we tattooed it. Kyle was super awesome to work with. He's a really good dude. And I think this tattoo is built to last. It looks the exact same as it did when it was done a few years ago. I collected the woman on the back of my calf from Fred Tattoo, who works out of Spain. I love it because it's another piece that's just built to last. It's got a lot of open skin and a lot of black, and it looks the exact same as when it was done. And I collected the airplane on the back of my calf from Nicky Norberg, and it's a super special piece for me because back in high school I was getting a bunch of small kind of cheesy tattoos that were inspired by stuff I saw on Pinterest, and a friend of mine was like, Jordan, you need to knock that shit off and check out this guy from Sweden. His name is Nicky Norberg. And I'm like, oh yeah, his stuff is sick, but that's never gonna happen. You know, I was like 15, 16 years old, and I'm like, that's not possible at all. And then we were out there filming for the documentary in Sweden, and we worked out a day that we could tattoo. It was just kind of a surreal moment, you know, how everything comes full circle sometimes. I collected the Rubik's Cube on the side of my thigh from Kyle Cotterman also. It's kind of open to interpretation. To me, it's about solving the puzzles life throws at you. I like it because color splash just kind of adds some character to my bodysuit. You know, it's all mostly black and gray, but it's fun to have a little bit of color splash throughout the suit. I collected the old man on the back of my thigh from Dennis Savak, who works out of New York. It's a meaningful piece to me because it's basically about time and the essence of time. Our time here is limited, so it's important to maximize our lives and live it to the fullest, because you just never know when the clock's gonna run out. I collected this statue from an artist named Daniel Rocha, who works out of Las Vegas. He took the reference photo in Europe and then incorporated this negative flow into it so that it was a custom, one-of-a-kind piece that fit the body. I love how it is right now, but we're gonna add above it in October. I'm gonna have an artist tattoo the knee area so that it all flows together. I just like to go as big as possible with everything. I like everything large scale, so when you're a tattoo collector, these empty spaces kind of drive you nuts, you know, but you just gotta envision what it's gonna be at some point. I collected the gorilla on the back of my calf from an iconic artist, David Vega, who's just as good of a human being as he is an artist. It's a powerful piece to me because it's about, you know, one of the most important animals, I think, gorilla. You know, it's super fascinating, their intelligence level and everything about them. I think they're just an incredible creation, so powerful. I collect the eye on the back of my calf from Robbie Latos, who works out of Maryland. I love the tattoo because it's custom. There's nothing like it. He incorporated his own texture into it, made it flow with the gorilla that I have. So I collected the heart piece on the side of my calf from another legendary artist, Stefano Alcantara, who works out of New York, Peru, and Fort Lauderdale. You can totally tell he did it because there's these different squiggly lines. He uses this texture that's kind of his signature style. It's super recognizable. I love that tattoo. I collected the piece on the side and the back of my thigh from two different artists. It was a collaboration by Jack Connolly, who's from Manchester, and Stefano Alcantara, who's from Fort Lauderdale. Super special piece to me because it's all custom, one of a kind. You can totally tell they both did it. Both of their styles are incorporated into it, so you can see that it's a piece by them. There's nothing like it out there, you know. They composed the image on Photoshop. They showed me about an hour before the session. They're like, what do you think of this? And I was really excited about it. And we did it. You know, it's always special to collect a tattoo from artists that you trust. You know, if you micromanage them too much, then you're not going to get an original piece that's their best work. So I just kind of try to let them do their thing. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to this channel. I'll be posting more soon, and also follow my Instagrams @JordanFino and @LeadTheFollowers. I post on there all the time. Thank you guys again for watching.